Hello and welcome to Chapter 2, Section 4, Multiplying and Dividing Integers. So we just learned how to add and subtract integers, and now we want to look at multiplication and division, and they're essentially the same thing. If you were to look at a number line with a 0 roughly in the middle, when you're doing regular multiplication, essentially that's repeated addition. So if you were to do 3 times 3, that would really be 3 times, 3 plus 3 plus 3. When you do it with negative numbers, it's 3 negative 3 times, or negative 3 times. It's kind of the same thing. So if you were to start at 0, and you were to go negative 3 times, you end up at negative 9. Negative 4 2 times, you end up at negative 8. So the numbers don't change, it's the signs that you have to worry about. So there are some patterns that we look for so that we don't have to figure it out each time, we can just know it. First pattern, if the signs are the same, the answer is positive. So you know that 3 times 2 is 6. Okay, you've known that for a long time. But negative 3 times negative 2 is also 6. If you do negative 3, negative 2 times, the negatives cancel each other out, and you end up going in a positive direction. The other way to think of it, if the signs are different, nope, signs are the same, the answer is positive. The signs are different, the answer is negative. So here, the signs are different, and the answer is negative. The signs are different, the answer is negative. The signs are the same, the answer is positive. Okay? Now that helps you if there's only 2 numbers. But if you've got a problem with a bunch of numbers in it, the other thing I need you to remember, and it's really the only thing I remember because you only need one rule, you need an even number of negatives. So for example, if your problem is negative 3 times 2, you only have one negative. That means the answer has to be negative, so there's an even number of them. But if you've got 2 negatives in your problem, you've got your even number already, so the answer has to be positive. That way, if you have negative 1 times 1 times 1 times negative 1 times 1 times negative 1 times 1, you can go, okay, 2, 3. The answer is going to be negative 1, because I know there has to be an even number of negatives. Does that make sense? All right. Let's do a couple of these just to get good at them. 4 times 5 is 20. And you've got one negative. The signs are different, so the answer is negative. There's only one negative, so you need another one to have 2 of them. 10 times 7 is 70, and you already have your 2 negatives, which means the answer is positive. 15 divided by 3 works with division too, not any different. 15 divided by 3 is 5, and there's one negative in the problem, so you have to have a negative in the answer. The signs are different, so the answer is negative. Okay? Why don't you give these 3 a chance and push pause and come back and we'll see how you did. Okay, 20 divided by 5 is 4, and there's one negative, so your answer is negative. 7 times 7 is 49, and there's one negative, so your answer is negative. 11 times 4 is 44, and there's already an even number of negatives, so your answer is positive. How'd you do? We're going to try word problems next. In football, 10 yards is a first down. So let's say our team had 2 losses of 3 yards each, and then a 14-yard gain. Did we make our first down? So part of the trick, and you can do this in your head, and you can draw yourself a little picture, but the part of the trick is putting it in an equation. So if we had 2 losses, 2 losses of 3 yards each, that's 2 times 3. but the 3 is a loss, which makes it a -3. And then we had one 14-yard gain that we're going to add to it, a 14-yard gain. So this is our equation. And the question is, did we make our 10 yards? Did we make 10 or more? So we're going to start with the multiplication. 2 times -3. So we're multiplying these two together. There's only one negative, so the answer is -6 plus 14. That equals 8. So no, we did not make our first down. All right, you get to try a word problem now. Angelina descended, so she went down, negative, a 2,250-foot mountain trail. She stopped 5 times at equal distances. How far did she hike before she took a break? This is a division problem, so write out the equation. Push pause, give it a shot, come back when you're done. So we're going to do 2250. She descended, so it's -2250, and she stopped 5 times at equal distances. How far did she hike before she took a break? Well, how many times does 5 go to 2250? 5 goes to 22 4 times. That's 25. 450. So she hiked 450 feet before she took a break. Okay? I hope this is easy for you. Good luck with this. Here are your practice problems. And again, put a star by everything that's easy, put a hazard sign by everything that's difficult, and good luck, and I'll see you next time.